Malin Akerman is known for starring in the hit show Billions and blockbusters like 27 Dresses and Couples Retreat.
She's amazing, but now she's taken on a new role, and this time it is personal. She's partnering with On Our Sleeves, an organization dedicated to understanding and promoting children's mental health. And Malin Akerman joins us now to tell us all about it. First, welcome to you, and good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So why was it important for you and your family to speak out on this issue?
So I grew up in a family where I had a mother who struggled with depression, a younger brother who had severe OCD, and I felt like, you know, mental health has been such taboo to talk about. There's so much shame around it. So it's trying to destigmatize all of that. I mean, as a child, I wish I had a better understanding of depression and what it was, and then I could better understand my mom, because as a kid, you think it's your fault if your parent isn't feeling well. As well as, you know, there weren't enough resources for my younger brother, who's now great and thriving, but it took years, you know, to figure out how to deal with that and where to go and how to talk about it and how to talk to the schools about it. So I think it's really important to have those conversations and to take away the shame around it.
You're a mother now.
I am.
So how did that change how you wanted to talk about all of this in your own home?
I just wanted to make sure that my boy was able to express and understand feelings and know that there's no shame around it. It's all normal. You know, I think that modeling it for your child is really important, because they usually watch what you do instead of listen to what you say most of the time. So if I'm modeling that and telling him, you know, I'm feeling a little anxious right now and it has nothing to do with you, but this is what's happening, so that he understands that it's not him and that this is normal, and that he also has that space to have those feelings.
And you've also said that there's a power in being vulnerable.
Yes.
And asking for help, admitting that you need help.
Has been a huge lesson in life. I've always felt like you have to be strong and you have to survive, and you know, as a woman in this big world, just going head first, and you know, at a certain point I felt so overwhelmed, and finally, just without wanting to, asked for help from my girlfriends and started leaning into them and being vulnerable, and that felt incredible. I felt like I had a community that I hadn't tapped into before. I was too scared to, and the support, and also the community that you get, and you realize that everyone's going through the same thing. And if we don't talk about it, how are we supposed to know? You feel like an outsider. But every single person, I bet, if you ask them how they're doing for real, has something to say. And
it is important to talk about it. You know, what advice do you have for parents when they have these conversations about feelings and emotions with their kids?
Yeah, so every kid is different. Every family is different. The thing I love about this organization that I'm working with now, onoursleeves.org, they have this Operation Conversation, it's called. And you can go into their website and they have all the resources for specifically what you're looking for, what conversation you need to have with your kid. You know, they have all these different headings of, you know, if it anxiety, is it bullying, is it eating disorders, and they have conversation starters that you can have with your kids, which isn't always available. Maybe our parents weren't great at that. Maybe we don't know how to have those hard conversations. So finally, we have resources, and they're free, and anyone can go on them, and it's extensive. It has everything you could ever possibly need. So, you know, I like to talk to my son at bedtime, side by side in the dark. All his emotions and everything that he's gone through throughout the day comes up, and we try to keep an open door to all of that.
And it's because of that and those moments that you're having with your son, he's going to grow up and become a fine gentleman.
I hope so.
No, he will. We know that. We claim it. Thank you, Malin.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.